Thanks.
For what?
For this, my anniversary present. For bringing me back to the same place where we had our honeymoon dinner.
Yeah. Of course, there is one slight little difference, though. I mean, the girl that I brought here the first time wasn't pregnant.
Oh, whose fault is that?
Well, don't look at me. I mean, I'm only half to blame. You know something? I sure do love you a lot.
Everybody freeze! Put your hands on top of your head so we can see them.
What's going on?
Those men. Come on! Look, don't shoot, please. All right, come on, get out of there. All right, now everybody listen up. I want you to line up alongside this bar facing us. Come on, let's move.
Come on, be real careful now. We don't want any heroes.
You come here. You can help us take up a little collection.
They're not in the are they?
Come on, put everything in the bag, folks. We want money, wallets, jewelry, everything. Come on. Come on, put that stuff in a bag. Hurry it up. Come on. I said everything, pal. Come on.
I'm scared.
Come on. Let's get this stuff going. Come on. Now we're all going to take a little walk into that room. Now move! Come on!
How come we have to go back here?
Let's go. All right, come on now, folks. Come on. Let's move.
Everybody stay.
You've got our money. Just leave us alone.
Don't hurt anybody.
Please. Oh, please don't hurt us.
Hold it. All right.
Lieutenant, this is the kind of thing that makes you wish it was the old days. They used to just string them up when they caught him.
Sergeant, we are not vigilantes.
Who's she?
It's Mrs. Ann Reese. Mrs. Reese. There's nothing more that can be done here now. Shall we go?
According to the radio, there were 4 killed and 6 wounded. So you guys did exactly what you were paid to do, except one thing. These cash receipt entries are not from this casino. They're from some lousy supermarket.
Well, how the hell were we supposed to know those were phoned or papers? To me, they're just a bunch of numbers. If I could read them, maybe I wouldn't be flying around the country killing people.
Yes, you would. And that's why I hired you.
Mr. Green, you should have let us do it our way.
Your way?
Look, we could have dragged him out of that place, stuck a gun in his mouth. He'd have given us the right papers.
Then we'll just take him out and plant him somewhere in the desert.
And that's exactly what I did not want to happen. Because everyone, including the coppers, would have wondered why the controller of this casino suddenly disappeared. And what I don't need now is an order. No, that robbery was staged and those people were killed to make Arnold look like a totally innocent victim. Not some bum that's trying to blackmail me for $500,000.
All right. What do you want us to do now?
I want you to go out to his house. Tear it apart if you have to. But this time come back with the right cash receipt entries.
Can I help you?
They killed him.
Why don't we
talk about it. Come on.
Why did they kill him?
Who did they kill?
Phil. He was my husband. Yesterday was our anniversary.
What about you? Are you all right?
Oh. No, I'm not hurt. This is his blood. We're gonna have a baby. No. I'm gonna have a baby. You see, he's dead now.
How did you happen to come here?
You were recommended to me by one of the policemen.
But how did you get here?
I walked. I've been walking for hours most of the night.
Do you mind telling me your name?
Anne Reese.
Your husband is Philip.
Yes?
I heard the late news. They mentioned your husband's name. You were at the Villa de S last night.
I want to hire you, Mr. Tanner. I want you to find those two men who killed my husband.
Thank you, Marianne.
Dave, you got a minute?
What all I've got.
Listen, I've got a client. Her husband was one of the victims in the shooting last night.
What's her name?
Anne Reese.
Nice lady. I've met her. How's she holding up?
Metro homicide.
She's in a state of shock. I dropped her by the DI. The doctor gave her a sedative.
Well, there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The report said the dead robbery went off as smooth as silk. Why were those people, including your client's husband, butchered?
I don't know. Thrill killing, maybe.
I guarantee you this. Every man in this department's gonna pull double shift until I get that answer.
Las Vegas Metro.
So, what do you need?
I need a list of the victims and the things that were taken in the robbery.
Sure, come on.
To make it this time.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
Where the hell have you two guys been?
Where you told us to go, Arnold's house.
And you got something for me?
Nope. There were cops there.
Cops? What would cops be doing around there?
Who knows about cops?
Did they search the house?
Well, if they did it before we got there.
I want you to go back out to that house tonight. I don't care how you go about it, or who else you have to bury. But I want those records. And I want you to check other places. Arnold could have had a stash, maybe a safety deposit box, maybe abroad, whatever. But I want those papers.
Well, Jim, while you're ahead, ladies.
What brings you indoors on such a salubrious day?
You heard about the shooting last night.
Indeed I have. Such calculated slaughter, however random it may appear, is beyond the local catalog of savagery.
Then you don't feel like it was another holdup that gone amok?
Would you be investigating it if it were?
There are a few holes in the robbery theory.
The time of the robbery. 7 o'clock. Why not 11 or 12 when there's more customers and cash?
And why a little restaurant at all? And according to eyewitnesses, our two butchers were cool enough to knock over the Federal Reserve.
I think the key lies in your cast of victims. And I do believe the law of diminishing returns is at work here. That's for you, Louise. Buy yourself a tank of gas.
Thank you.
You're cashing in?
I thought we'd try that great invention, the wheel.
Oh, yes, yes. Listen, Jim, you know any of the people who were involved in this shooting?
Only what I read in the paper. Other than the waitress and the bartender, there were 4 tourists. A couple from Idaho, another from Illinois, celebrating an anniversary. The other 4 were locals.
There's an older married couple.
And a controller from a major downtown casino.
Top of the list, Gilbert Arnold. You know the guy?
No, but he is the white pea in the pod.
Thanks very much.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do. You need that telephone number, for instance.
Already got them, right?
He needs another telephone number like a moose needs a hat rack.
Call ballistics. See if they can match any of the robberies involving 30 caliber ball ammo. Come on in, Dan.
No, he has
No, sir, we don't have any leads or suspects. Well, tell the mayor what I told the district attorney. We're working on it.
Las Vegas Metro.
Welcome to this madness.
Is that true? About nothing to go on.
Metro homicide.
Yeah, it's true. The cupboard is bare. You don't happen to know a good psychic, do you? Lieutenant Nelson. No, I don't have a statement for the evening edition. No, we are not calling it a thrill killing, and we're not calling cult murders. We're not calling it anything. Now stop calling me. There's a guy across the street from the Capella de Este who saw a car hurry away. Check it out. All right, what can I do for you in less than 10 seconds?
Have you had a chance to check on the victims' backgrounds?
All but those whose relatives are still in shock. No underworld ties, as they say.
Yeah. What about Gilbert Arnold?
He was a bookkeeper. He didn't handle any cash. He was Mr. Reliable. He went to that bar on an average of 3 times a week just to have a drink. Yeah, Lieutenant Nelson. The count is 4 dead, 5 in the hospital, and 1 who escaped unharmed physically. Hold on a minute. You got something for me?
Not yet.
Dan, you do know that any contributions will be gratefully accepted.
See you later.
Thanks. Yeah, go ahead.
Ten investigations.
V, have you heard from Binzer yet?
No, nothing.
Okay, I want you to start a background check on the people killed last night. Maybe someone had a good reason for wanting one of them dead.
Okay, where are you going to be?
I'm going to personally check on the first name on the list, Gilbert Arnold. He's got a home over on Desert Inn Road. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
right, take him outside and read him his rights.
I just paid my dental bill.
That's what you get for fighting. Look, Dan, I don't know what we have here. What he says is true. I can only book him for breaking and entering. $500 bail and he's home free.
Yeah, but I still think there's something in this house that could tie him into the killings. Well, let's find it.
All right, this was the murdered comptroller's home. But there are ghouls who'll read the papers and then go burgle dead people's homes because they can't get caught.
Well, Dave, you don't believe that, neither do I.
It's not important what I believe. It's what the judge will say about the charge. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get a proper warrant and come back here and do a thorough job. Don't forget to lock the door.
Don't forget to lock the door.
Town investigations.
Benz, look, I want you to get down to Metro right away. Nelson just booked a guy by the name of Braden on B&E. When he makes bail, I want you to follow him.
Anything you want. I'm on my way. This guy isn't, suspected of being a killer. Anything like that, is he?
Well, Benz, keep your distance.
Keep my distance. Just outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh, dear. You didn't keep your distance.
I kept my distance. You didn't tell me this guy was a heavyweight contender.
Let's see, did you lose any teeth?
No, I got them all in my pocket.
Tough racket you're in. So, what happened?
Well, I followed him to a bar, and he stepped in the men's room, and I waited 5 minutes. I figured, what can you do for 5 minutes? So I just stepped inside to take a peek.
And that's when he jumped you?
Yeah, it was the nicest thing he did. Seems he had some questions he wanted to ask me, in between punches.
You didn't tell him who you worked for?
No. I never chanced to tell him. He kept hitting me.
Gee, I'm sorry, Benz. I thought he'd figure you were police surveillance and not bother you.
Yeah. I'd have kept hailing him, but I was sleeping on the floor of the men's room. They don't keep those places very clean.
Listen, you know who Gary Tinsley is, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Locksmith?
Yeah, see if he can tell you what that key fits.
Okay.
I need it back so don't lose it.
What do I look like, an idiot? Where are you going to be tomorrow morning?
Which question do you want to answer to first? I'm going to go see Gilbert Arnold's former employer.
Hey, listen. Suppose this is going to ruin my engaging smile?
Oh, it's kind of an improvement. Looks like a dueling scar.
I'm going to have a scar?
Oh, really? It looks all right.
Well, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a group health plan, this would be a job-related injury. Employee beating. Actually, might not be so bad. Wipe those tears, my little flower. Merely a scratch from the raw tip of a rapier.
Yes?
My name is Dan Tan. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, yes. Curtis Green. What can I do for you?
I'd like to ask you a few routine questions about Gilbert Arnold.
Tragic. That was tragic. He's been here with us for 14 years. Solid worker. Honest. Dedicated man.
Did he have any personal problems?
If he did, I certainly didn't know of him. But he wasn't a drinker. That I'm sure of.
Did you spend much time at the tables?
No. Closest he ever got to gambling was the office pool around series time. Can I ask you, who are you investigating for?
Her name is Ann Reese. Her husband was one of the victims at the Villa d'Este. How did Arnold get along with the other employees?
Fine. Just fine. I mean, he stuck to himself, mainly. A lot of us often wonder why he never got married. I suppose there's a possibility of a double life here.
So thanks very much for your time.
Sure thing. Listen, if you ever have any other questions, just feel free to call on me.
You bet. Looks like business is real good.
Yeah. See that guy I was just talking to? He's a private investigator for the Desert Inn. His name is Dan Tanner. He was just hired by the widow of a guy that died at the Villa d'Este. Her name is Ann Reese. I want you to find her, talk to her, and make sure she fires him. Okay? Yep.
Just be cool, lady. We're only going to talk.
Who are you?
I'm a person that needs a favor. Sit down. I can always make you sit down.
What do you want?
That private investigator you hired, Dan Tanner, unhire him.
Why?
Lady, by firing Tanner, you're going to be doing yourself the favor, not me.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that kid you're carrying. It's all over the news. It'd be a real shame if something happened and you lost it. Just go over to Tanner's, pay him whatever you owe him, get on a plane, and go home. I'll wait here while you call a cab. Mrs. Reese, if you lose that kid, you're not going to have anything left, right?
Hi.
You lose your keys again?
No. Found one. And I need you to tell me where is the lock into which this fits.
Well, it's from a locker, that's for sure, I guess. Luckily, you found an original rather than a duplicate.
Well, that's great. So you can trace it back through the serial numbers, because I got to get this key back to Dan.
Right. Yeah, this could have come from a bus station, YMCA, a club. Tell you what, you sponsor the long-distance call, and I'll call the manufacturer and the wholesaler.
Sure. The sooner the better, okay? Thanks.
Okay. I'll drop you off, then you watch Channel like a hawk. And make sure this thing works.
It'll work. I scared her, but good.
Stick to Tanner anyway. If he drops this case, there's no harm done. But if he doesn't, then maybe he's onto something. It could be that he's looking for the same thing we are. And he may even lead us to it.
Jan, you wanted to see me, Mrs. Reese?
Yes. I no longer wish to retain your services. Here's a check for what I owe you, and there's a small bonus in there, too.
What's this all about?
I just decided that my hiring you was emotional and not very practical. It's pretty dumb to spend money on you when my own future is so uncertain.
All right, but in my book, anyone who gets a full day's salary should do a full day's work, so if you'll excuse me.
No, that won't be necessary. Just count it as part of the bonus.
That's not the way I do things.
I don't want you to investigate my husband's death any further.
Why?
Because it doesn't matter anymore.
Maybe it matters to me.
No, please, he'll kill the baby.
Who?
I don't know. I think it's one of the men that killed my husband.
How do you know?
I recognized his voice when he came to my room at the hotel. He said if you continued investigating, he'd make me lose the baby. I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do.
We're way ahead of the game. At least now we know what one of the killers looks like.
10 investigations. Yes, just a minute. Your favorite locksmith.
Thanks. Gary, any luck?
Yep, and it's all good.
Where's this key fit?
Well, the key fits in a lock in one of the lockers at the sporting house right here in Vegas.
Good work. Look, if there's anything I can do for you...
Sure. Pay for the bill that I'm running up, huh?
Anything but that. Hey, I'm good for it. Later. I'll be at the sporting house. I want you to take Mrs. Reese over to her room and stay with her until you hear from me, all right?
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot.
Yeah, sure.
Can I take a look at it? Not against the rules, is it?
Anything for you, Dan.
Thanks. All right.
What's he got?
I don't know. He didn't have it when he went in.
Maybe Green was right. Maybe Tanner's onto something.
You think he's got the ledger pages in there?
I think we can't take any chances. Let's get that duffel bag. He's recognized me.
Dave, it was the same guy who jumped me at the house. He had a friend. They tried to kill me.
Terrific. When we find out who he is, we'll pick him up.
Who he is? You booked him.
Look, the name was false, and so was the ID.
Well, what about the fingerprints? Were they false, too?
We're still running them. Now, if you haven't noticed, I'm busy, so if you're through...
No, I am not through. I'm telling you, Gilbert Arnold is the key to that massacre.
Oh, now we're back to your pet theory.
Yeah, we're back to my theory. I get jumped by an alleged burglar. Somebody intimidates my client. Two guys try to kill me, all because I try to follow up a lead on a dead bookkeeper. I'm telling you, Gilbert Arnold was not just a victim. He was a reason for those murders.
Proof, Dan. Proof. You keep forgetting that important 5-letter word.
Nelson.
I'll see you later.
Dan.
Benz.
Hi.
Got anything?
I got dynamite.
Let's have it.
That's a look of appreciation? How about a nice big smile? You don't have to smile. You know these ledger pages you found in Arnold's locker?
Yeah.
They go to the downtown casino that Curtis Green manages.
Well, it's not a big surprise. Arnold was the comptroller down there.
Yeah, well, here's the surprise. The records of the cash going into the casino don't exactly match the records of the cash going out of the casino.
Green was skimming?
With both hands. And apparently Mr. Arnold felt compelled to keep very clear records of all this. See my train of thought?
Yeah, Green was skimming. Arnold found out, put it on paper, and tried his hand at blackmail.
Exactly.
Except he wasn't very good at it.
What I still don't understand is the shooting at the Villa d'Este.
Well, the way you gotta figure is that Green and Arnold were getting together to exchange the ledgers for the money.
So instead of going himself, Green sends a couple of killers.
Yeah, but if Arnold had been the only one killed, the investigation would have led right back to Green.
So they just kill a bunch of innocent people to cover up what they're doing.
I'm afraid that's the ugly truth, Benz.
Well, look, why don't we go tell Nelson?
I just got a speech on proof. Now, this proves that Green was skimming. It doesn't tie him into the killers.
No, I guess it doesn't.
Come on, we're not gonna prove anything standing here.
I still don't understand how I can help.
That man who came in here and threatened you.
The man who murdered my husband.
Yeah. If we can connect him to Green, we can connect Green to your husband's murder. Our plan is to make Green attempt to repeat a piece of history tonight. Hopefully with the same two gunmen.
And you want me to go along to see if the man who threatened me is one of them?
Yeah. But I'm going to give it to you straight. It could be dangerous.
What did you have in mind, Dan?
Yeah, I think it'll become clear in just a second. Benz?
That's okay as long as it stays that way.
Mr. Green, telephone page.
Excuse me. Yeah, Green here.
Odd, Mr. Green. I hear casino noises in the background. I thought skimming was done in a dairy.
Who is this?
This is Gilbert Arnold's partner.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
All you have to understand is that I have the ledger pages.
And what do you propose to do with them?
I'll give them to you, and you give me $200,000.
How do I know you are who you say you are?
You want to take the chance?
Okay. Tell me where and when. I'll be there.
I'll call you in 30 minutes. Have the cash, and be ready to do some traveling. And Mr. Green, I don't intend to be set up like my late partner was.
Good?
Poor Mr. Green. Deja vu must be killing him.
Does that answer your question, B?
Sure does.
Okay, after we leave, I want you to call Nelson and tell him what we're doing. At least attempting to do. All right? Ready?
Sure.
What's that?
Almost. Got a dime?
Some extortionist you make.
Thank you.
Mr. Green, telephone page.
This is Green.
Be at the payphone at Sage and 4th in 15 minutes. And Mr. Green, I want to hear your voice at the other end of the phone.
It seems he intends to take me on a treasure hunt.
yourself?
Just get on with it.
Yucca and 12. 6 minutes.
Consider we don't want to be late for the grand finale.
Just getting out of the car? That's the man that was in my room.
The other guy's the one who jumped me last night. And so's it up. Okay, Vince.
Hello.
Put the money on the ground and stand there quietly. Tell your 2 friends to get lost. I don't like crowds.
You guys take off. Not too far.
So what's the matter?
Nothing.
Come on, Ben.
Look, I helped Dan wrap up the case. Huh? I get my brains kicked in. I'm probably scarred for life. My car is totally destroyed. Now, I don't mean to be picky, but he doesn't even say thank you. I don't get a pat on the head that you give to a dog. Boy, some kind of boss.
Hey, Vince! How do you like it?
What's that?
I bought you a new car.
Go on.
Yeah, come here.
What'd you buy me a car for?
Oh, Vince, after all, you helped me break the case wide open, right? Yeah. You get hit in the mouth and all that. And I did destroy your car. Now, what kind of boss would I be if I didn't make amends? So I bought you a new car.
I don't know what to say. You know, the funny thing is, I was just telling B what a great guy you are to be. Didn't I just say how fabulous it is to work for Dan?
Oh, yeah.
You like it? I love it. It's really, it's just, what is it?
Well, it's a classic.
Classic what?
Well, what does it matter? It's a classic. This is what you call an automobile, and down here we have a Continental kit, just like the T-Bird.
T-Bird's got
a trunk. Look at that trunk, huh?
This is great. B, come on. Let's go for a ride.
Sure.
Come on. I want to cruise the strip.
Step in there.
Okay.
Where's the ignition?